Okay, so we're back again with another video. I'm your host Brad. This is Bestestimes Reborn, keeping memories alive for us and future generations to see. It's currently 7:23 a.m. Sunday, June the 18th, 20 degrees Celsius. Today there's a low of 18 and a high of 26. It's partly cloudy. So we're just going to have a walk through the CBD as best I can. It's basically golden hour at this hour of the day, this time of the year. So we're going to have a bit of a look around. There's Roscoe's. It's been a while since we've done a walk all the way through town. Owen Street, Rankin Street. All the shops are closed, most of them. We'll show it. There's Chemex. If you want to see the new bus stop, now to have a look at my last video. To be an update video from this date. There's Roscoe's on the corner of Ernest Street and the Bruce Highway, or Edith Street, whatever. Next to Bunnings. Bunnings is where Sam's warehouse used to be. The warehouse. So we'll go along Ernest Street for a bit, have a look. Probably down to where Kmart is. Subway, all that. Go along there, then come back. So we can. The great flavour of India's on this side now. Where Poochie's used to be, you can still see the markings. They use it as a function room. Great flavour of India. Look at that lady with gloves on will notice the rubbish at the new bus stop. Lots of it. Great flavour of India. It used to be across the road, but they moved. The vape shop. It used to be Sports Stop, and Vibeskate was there at one stage too. So there's your Harvey Norman. Harvey Norman goes all the way along now, all that part. That lady who walks around town there, elderly lady who cleans up around with gloves on and everything. If she sees this video, thanks for doing that. I really appreciate it. So this used to be Pizza House, Innisfail food station. It was Table, whatever they called it, 39 or whatever it was. And then there was a bike shop in there at one stage. Kevin Gardner Constructions had his business in there at one stage too. This here was built for CES, Commonwealth Employment Services. It's been Vinnie's for a long time. Nice cabinet in there. Probably cost a fortune originally to buy. I wonder what they're selling it for. It's your authentic Aboriginal art. Collins Cordials, where they've moved to, or just Collins. I don't see that open very often. You've got Tropical Cartridges and Printing. Tony Lacey's business. Highly recommend it. Never had any issue. Always been good. Bedrock Cafe. So opening hours. You've got Designer Life, and then you've got where Lee's Fruit Market used to be. There's been a few things in there over the years. But the Innisfail Asian store seems to be doing the best out of it. Lasted the longest. And you got the BP. There's a little dangerous there. Bit of a dip in the pathers there. Quite dangerous. It's quite messy down there. So the old Lee's Fruit Market here. This is Lily Street. So we're on the corner of Lily and Ernest Street. We've got Heyman's Electrical over there and Crown Hotel. Let's go across. BP. So they've put in all the bowsers so far, but I don't know if they're all connected. But that's what they're doing here. Putting in all new petrol pumps. walk past a bit slow so you can have a bit more overlook. Sounds like they've got the radio playing in there. And you got McDonald's. Well, there used to be a motorbike shop just here. The flats above it. And then other flats there, big concrete building flats. Yeah, okay, so there's your McCafe, McDonald's, all that. Over there, and they're advertising. This is very out of date. Sibby's Bakehouse hasn't been here across the road for a very long time, but it's all history, so we'll show it. It's all condensation and stuff. I don't need a good clean. But there's your limited time only birthday cake flavoured lattes. What next? McDonald's. Interesting to show what McDonald's looks like now, because they change it every now and then. There's old Jeffrey across the road. At Cynthia's. The wholesale fish market. You got Innisfail real estate here. And Joining Motors. A lot of the places are very faded there, so I don't know if that actually still is in use. There's nothing really up to date there. Joining Motors, the Mamu, Karen Croft building. And Domino's Pizzas here, where the kebab works used to be. Bus stop here, I don't think that gets used anymore. It's a weird place to put it. Keep going along with someone cleaning, rubber snipping, and hedge trimming and all that. There's your Domino's. And Subway, Kmart. There you go. Good. Yep, Kmart there. Subway. So we'll go up to where the sign is. Cross over to the old Roscoe's and have a look. And we'll go back along. Kmart, Domino's, Subway. The works department. This is where BBC Hardware and the council works department, car park and all that used to be. So if you're someone from way back and you haven't been here for all those years, then that's where it is. Where BBC Hardware used to be, where Subway and all that is. Kmart, all that jazz. And then there's the old Roscoe's Pizza. I don't know how well we'll be able to show it, but there's the reflections, all that, but it's for sale, not for lease. Oh, no, it's for lease. I read it wrong. The sun in my eyes doesn't really help. Yeah, the old Roscoe's. It was built for the Taste of the Tropics years ago restaurant. Taste of the Tropics restaurant. If anyone's got any photos of all this old stuff, like when it was first done, like when it was Taste of the Tropics, or even when Roscoe's was in here, please feel free to put them on old and new Innisfail photos. Yeah, there's old F Plus stuff and all these things written on here. Metway Bank, that's from the 90s. Come Subway. Suncorp, sorry, Suncorp Metway Bank. Yeah, alright. State Bank. Westpac Handy Card. Wow, there's really old ones on here. You get some photos of Diners Club, American Express. I don't know how well they'll show up. So if I remember, I'll insert some photos. Well, Metway Bank. It's old school. It's really old school. Yeah, there was Metway Bank and Suncorp, and they joined together and then just become Suncorp. But what I remember from ads and different things over the years. Some motorbikes going past. Roscoe's Pizza Place, 3B Ernest Street, Innisfail, Queensland. Rosario Caballero. R-O-S-A-R-I-O. What it says there. I don't know if that's readable on here. Pause to read it if you want to read the details. To get an idea of what it was like, what the deal was. But yes, this is the old Roscoe's, and look across to the works department. Then Kmart and Domino's, all that. Let's just keep walking on. Get the backpackers here. The revolution is love. Yeah. Guess only no trespassers. Oh, we're not going to trespass, we're just going to walk past the backpacker shack. And to find normal, this was a lollipop cafe for a while, and CBD Steakhouse. We'll have to show the other side if there's someone sitting here. You got Pigeon Australia. And US. I remember this as Rectivision way back. Been a few different places, but Rectivision was one of them. I think Mamu had a thing here too, at one stage. Mamu or Chowai, one of the two. You got Cynthia's, like I showed before. Jeffrey. Salvation Army family store here. I remember the old house that used to be here. It wasn't looked after, but it was an old house here. Just across to McDonald's and with BPS. I've got photos of when that was, the old one was torn down in 2007. And they put up a new one, and then this has been done up. There's photos of that as well being done up on old and new Innisfail photos on Facebook. Here's your Mandara Motel. Which doesn't really look like it gets looked after that much. So I walk past here regularly, a lot of weeds. Hammond's Electrical. Remember this being Marlin Tiles, or one of those tile places back in the day. Crown Hotel. Got the fruit market across there, the Innisfail Asian store. This is Lily Street, corner of Lily. It's a Hammond, show that a little bit better. Hammond Electrical. There's Lily Street down there as well. And Lily Street down there. For the green light. BP, the shop's still open at the BP. But we can go in and buy a drink and something to eat and that. Lily Street, right into the sun, so it's hard to show. That's the distance I've walked from home.
2,790 steps. Heart rate 112 beats per minute.
So we'll go up here. We might not be able to show everything because we've got a bit of a time limit before there's a lot of people around. But show Art Deco bin design they've been putting around. They need to put more of these around. These enclosures again, back like they used to have. A lot more. I remember when all this was a mechanic up here where it's all blue and the Prices Plus signage and that. Prices Plus has moved down to the old Huxon Ford, Frontier Ford, where Overflow was for a bit. Yeah, Prices Plus. All this where the blue and green is was all a mechanic when I first saw it. Yeah, all this here. You got the pet store now. That's still open. It's still in business. And you got Masala, M-A-S-A-L-A, Bite, dine in and take away. And there, which used to be the Great Flavour of India. And the two lots separated, and they had the supermarket there. Indian supermarket. Little one, like a convenience thing. Then you got Harvey Norman. I remember there being a real estate. I think First National was down here. There was a fish and chip shop at one stage, Innisfail Diner, I think it was called. Here in Cyclone Larry, it was here. Then you had, let me think. You had a job agency was in here at one stage. There was Sud's Sisters Laundromat, was in along here somewhere. You had Innisfail Reception Lounge down the end where this door is up here. Which I'll cross, Bunnings, Great Flavour of India. Pardon me, vape shop, and so on. Back where we just came from. Running down the butchery. But here where this used to be Innisfail Reception Lounge. Down the side of Harvey Norman and running down. So Harvey Norman, all that extra part is now all your white goods, air conditioners, all that type of stuff. And why they put this signage here, it looks really, really dodgy. Really cheap. Onion rings medium, $2.95. 10 nuggets, large chips, $6.95. Whereas I can read it, 2 Whoppers. And I wonder if someone's just graffitied that on there. Or they've actually proper allowed to put them on there. I very much doubt it. It doesn't look very professional. Looks like it's been graffitied on there. Hungry Jack's, where the Innisfail Hotel used to be. And over there, where looks like a crab pot. Anyway, walking around with a crab pot in a trolley. It may not be, but that's what it looks like. It's across to Roscoe's, Bunnings, Chemex, the highway, King George, Sepoy Corner, Coles, Employment Services. No, that's the name of the employment agency. Employment Services. Sounds a bit generic. Workforce Australia, Employment Services, yeah. APM. Gumloon, Vince Martin and Co. Remember years ago there was a stationery place in there. You could buy all stationery. Pens, pencils, papers. Denture clinic. A Ray's barbershop. There's another one of those Art Deco design seats. You'll see in the video if you watch the update video from this date. You got the Bendigo Bank, they've changed the signage. Like Rural Bank, Bendigo Bank and all that. Done up inside. Monday to Friday, 9:30 AM till 4 PM. Closed public holidays. No, they're not open Saturdays anymore like they used to be. There's all your Rural Bank signage they put there. They're done up inside as well. So it's extra signage here. I'll show it a little bit over here. You can have a bit of a read, pause to read. Can't show too much. You got the tobacconist. Innisfail Family Health. You got the clinical psychologist Penelope Walk.
Hey.
You got A&A Realty. And then over Unisex. Used to be a bike store along here years ago. And Perry's Cakes. I remember Perry's Cakes being right here for a few years that I saw. And the old soup kitchen, the basement. Used to be a soup kitchen down there. Run by the Christian Area Centre and then Harvest Church. So they ran it in the ground. And now it's gone, sadly. Church still exists, but it doesn't. Bobcata. Commonwealth Bank. Down to the taxi office. Taxi rank up here. So this is your Owen Street. So we'll show a little bit. I go all the way down, it's too much. There's your Commonwealth Bank. And as well school survey by Centrecare. There's your ATMs. Yeah. Picnics. The AS Malik building. And we'll cross over once we get down to Westie's Barbershop. Then I'll tell them that's where Westcott Real Estate Agent used to be, where Westie's Barbers is. We might be able to show the signage properly now, because it's been very reflective, so I can't. Well, it's over 9 AM till 12 today on Sunday.
Hey.
And your Westie's Barbershop. It's very hard to show all the reflections. The nail salon and massage place and the taxi rank. You got Furniture Court, Innisfail Food Emporium and all that. You got Gel Blasters, where Farinelli's used to be. And THD Hair and Beauty. Victor Design Jewelers. Been there for years. Trying not to make sure it gets shown. iTech, which is an Indigenous job agency. You get the Real Feminists. Can't show that too much because there's people outside. Come on back. I have to show it as good as I can. Go fast. Canberra Real Estate, Bite Me Takeaway, Geraldine Florist. You got where they're doing that up, the outside, because the top of it. Morning. Yeah, some of the awning fell down and they had to brace it and fix it up. Some of the Art Deco stuff on the outside has come off, so we'll show that on the way on the other side, what we can see from there. This is where Liotta's Emporium, Sarah and Sheila Liotta had their business for many years. Young Swingers and McGee's and whatever the different names. Shirley Florist, George Kotz's Rothney's Pharmacy. I don't know if I mentioned the real estate agent up here, Campbell Real Estate, but it's up there. Yeah, anyway, Rothney's, all that jazz. First National Real Estate, where the used to be a camera shop, part of the pharmacy. Malik Centre, Rockman's. This was Woolworths way back in the day. People call it Little Woolworths. People talk, when they talk about it now, I remember the Stag Menswear being there too, before it was Rockman's. You got Ursula's Relaxation. You can see the old Eats and what do they call it? Fruit basket sign there through there. It's nice to see the whole sign. Anyway, where the book centre used to be. And 150 lashes. Police. The old book centre. We won't show people using the ATM, of course. Should never do that. I know a lot of walk tubers show it, but I won't. Chemist warehouse. So we'll turn this way and show across the road, back where we just came from. So we're not showing the people out of respect. We'll cross over. This is the undercover walkway. And an ibis. So we've shown all this side of the road so many times, but we'll go up and show it anyway. There could be some changes. Show as much as we can. There's Leading Edge Electronics, Leonard Trambath's business. Quite knowledgeable. I recommend going there if you want little gadgets and cables and connections, cords, all that stuff. Oliveri's, Hair Manor, Jill Stationery, Jacquard's, and whatever Emporium, I don't know. EPICURIAN. Here you go. Not something easy to read, so it's a little silly. Recent Cape Butchers, highly recommend them, always friendly, good service, good people. This was Scott's Florist years ago. Just fixed my stuff for a while there, and it's been a few other places. You'll see photos, old new Innisfail photos of all that. Westpac Bank, which probably will close down. Usually what's been happening lately with banks, like the ANZ. You got Classic Nail and Spas, which used to be Canadian's news agency, and Australian APC Computers. The old target country there, which is going to be Innisfail Family Health. It's been confirmed in the Cairns Post. And there's across to Shirley Florist. You can see where they're doing work above it. All that. The old Target. Overflow was in that spot at one stage, but a different building because it burnt down. Sadly, this is where K-Town Shoes used to be. It's right at home. It was separated into two shops when K-Town first closed down, and then right at home moved into one side, and then they moved into the second side as well. So here's back where we just came from, showing as much detail as possible. Charlie Florist and the pharmacy. Across the Premises Cafe and the Bite Me Takeaway. This whole Patterns and Chemists was all the White Horse Hotel back in the day, if you're wondering where this is. For context. Back down to Innisfail Family Health and Nova Unisex Salon and a realty in that. Oh, we can't show down here because there's somebody using the ATM. Terry White Chemist, Terry White Chemmart, which seems to be like it's still something to do with Kalana Pharmacy. By the signs are still there. The Kalana Pharmacy, Pathology's down there in Coles, and the Rising Sun. Yeah, see Kalana Pharmacy still written up there. Don't know how well that'll show up. And it's written on there too, so I'd say it's still Kalana Terry White. Come by that. See, in the new signage has it on there too. This was anti-selling centre for a long time. All this year. You got EB Games. That's where Dom's Fun Food Centre used to be. Dom and Mary Maganini. EB Games. You got the barber shop and the ice cream shop. Both of these, it was all Sam Vecchio and his business, and Sam Pagano, like fishing and tackle, bike shop, all that stuff in one. Sports and things. And then you come down to Coles. You've got Coles here, Coles Supermarket. Which will probably be open in the next few minutes. supermarket. I know they open at 8:30 or 8 o'clock today. But there's across Vince Martin and all that, like I was showing before. Innisfail workwear supplies, which I forgot to mention, next to Bendigo Bank, which is where Mary had her gift shop. Mary Maganini, and someone else had it after that, the gift shop. Perfect Gift, I think it was called. And at one stage there was Mag's Coffee Lounge in there. That's what I first remember in there. Oh, I thought Carl's might have been open, but no, it looks like cleaners coming out. That's a little bit early. Okay, so this is the Chemex. Sepoy Corner. So 8 a.m. Sunday 9. Another hour. So it's on the corner of Ernest and Edith Street. It's back down where we came from before, Ernest. So if the people aren't using the... Oh, looks like they put the banner up, this lot. I know they are raising money for something. I read it on Facebook. Coles and that. That's probably what that's all about. Anyway, if no one's using the Suncorp ATM, then we'll go down there, show all around there. Someone's coming along killing weeds, which is much needed. If they're big weeds, it looks horrible if they don't clean it off. You know, like remove the weeds once they're dead. But anyway, Carl's car park. We might walk through there and go. So we're not backtracking past EB. We'll go across to Owen Street. Show what we can show. You can probably see him setting up a red warning thing over there, like tent. Coals on it. That's behind. Oh, it's not chicken. Probably the Coles trucks. Yeah, the pathology. Pathology. Coles click and collect and all that. They're looking for cigarette butts. Ugh. But anyway, each their own. Chocolate cleaning services. Rising sun. The council did say they were going to do up this street a couple of years ago, but they never did. Yeah, nothing ever got done. It's Owen Street. Sadly, because it needs it. There's your Shire Hall, the back of the Shire Hall, back of the old cane girls building, that brown one through there. I don't know how well it's showing up because of the way the sun is. So we're going to try and get up to Rankin Street before the battery runs out. So we may not go up. Yeah, Innisfail Dentist is in here. PVW Partners Accounting and Advisors through here. So where Safiotti's Pharmacy used to be in here. And who remembers Glenna's Meats being in there, Whispers Cafe, cheap t-shirt shop, hairdresser upstairs. The signs that say here Sugar and Spice is closed down, but the sign's still there. And it's my dentist, which used to be Crystal Lindy, but he's left town. I think he moved back overseas where he come from. What I've heard. Rising Sun. Steps Education and Training. PVW, like I showed before. Coral Coast Financial Services. So that's who the dentists are that are in here now. Dr. J. Lowe and Dr. Love. Ahmet Singh. There you go. There's Pathology and Cosca. COSCA.com.au. I don't know what that's all about. It's just something about reframe your financial future. Is there advertising on there? This is where Dick Smith was for a long time and leading into electronics till they moved. This is Rivers Advice and Insurance. There's your Suncorp, their ATM. Show what it's like while we're here. Suncorp, which was Suncorp Metway, like I said before. There's a motorbike with a sidecar. Not something you see every day. So there's your Suncorp symbol, the nowadays one. It's very basic. Where cheap t-shirt shop and the hobby shop was for a long time. Now it's Sundown Family Rental. Family Dental, I mean, sorry. There was a job agency in there for a while too. Don't know what happened to that one. I think it was Workways that was in there for a bit. Where that roller door is. Weird. Go back to the day and night pharmacy. Oh, I didn't know they'd moved from there. There's one of your Art Deco bins. Which we'll use to put my rubbish in. And one of those Art Deco seating. Yeah, they've taken a lot of the nice gardens away and just put sort of bland stuff. Used to have really nice flowers and stuff in here. You'll see it on my Innisfail Facebook page. Gastro Stop Plus ad. Guy with an electric skateboard. And it can be seen with the glare. Anyway. So I'll just quickly mosey on up here and go to Rankin Street. Yeah, so it's got Workways written there. The entrance is out of use. Please use lift to enter. Level 1, 73 Edith Street. Okay, good. Didn't know you could go through there to get to that. But anyway. So I'll keep going down here. We'll show across the road the awnings and that as best we can. And our mate's spitting out his window quite rudely on camera. So hopefully it showed up what people are like. Quite a disgusting habit that people do. So it's got Vera's skin, makeup, nails, beauty and body massage. The old signage there where the Ursula's relaxation place is. I don't know if you can see it properly in the book centre signage. It's still there. Just needs a good clean and then it should be taken to the Historical Society Museum. Right there. Yeah, that definitely, all the book centre signage should be taken there. If anyone from the Historical Society is watching this, you might want to inquire about that, if you're genuine about what you do. So I remember a while back, I just had stuff written up on Facebook for people to donate photos, send photos through to an email address, nowadays and old stuff, and I sent a few through, multiple emails, because you can only send a certain amount per email size wise, and never got a reply, never got a thank you, never got anything back to say that you've even got them, which I know you would have. Then a few months later you were asking for stuff like that again, and I commented saying that I donated a whole heap and I never got a reply. And yeah, lame excuses. It's nice for people to actually be nice and say thank you for what you do, show your appreciation. So there's back to the undercover walkway and back through town. The old Hotel Green Central, which is Innisfail Food Emporium, which was Central Arcade at one stage, the old on tyres. There you go. I remember this being the National Bank ATM, was there at once 8 years ago. So there's the old on tyres and Brandor Business. And where the blue is was the ANZ Bank. That was Coles at one stage, and before that Nolan's Corner. So should have put the signage back up after the lorry. New signage. Another job agency. There's too many of them. You don't need so many. There's the Australia Post, then the Telstra Exchange, Telecom Exchange, Worklink over there, Kasuri Coast Realty. I've never seen that here before. I've seen a real estate here, but not with that name. And then Job Find. Must be upstairs. Yeah, I'd say so. Job Find. And Arnold Cooper's Lawyers. Can't show the National Bank because people using the ATM. Same people that are using the ANZ. helpers, caring, in-home support. Which I remember this being the internet cafe at one stage, this part here. And then the Christian bookstore down there. And here is now Tempest Terror and Beauty. It's been a few different places over the years. You got the party supply place, creative events, elders, insurance and all that. You got Health and Harmony. This used to be Jack Jacobos's chemist. You got Pappy's Gym. This was Anderson's carpet at one stage. But this is Sapporo. Sapporo. Show all this as best as we can. It's hard to. People's privacy, but it's open. And then seasonal workers program. Last one's Use Agency. This was Rankin Terraces years ago. The Van Leeuwen Place, Shy Hall, and the Queen's Hotel. And then where cane growers used to be, which are now other places. Oh, it's got Dunstable Council, Bingo Bay Road. Wonder if that'll show off my video. You can actually see that sign. Yeah, should be able to. 1936 Bingo Bay Road. The old hexagon design here, the old tiles, and the lead lighting or stained glass, whichever it is, a lot of detail. So we'll cross over just here, so we'll show back much as we can. Yeah, the Shire Hall needs a good clean, like the Catholic Church. You got this historical building here. It used to have a name up the top, but I forget what it said. But they've taken it off there. Which for history, they shouldn't be allowed to. There's Torture Catholic Church, Catholic School, the old cane growers, Queen's Hotel, Shire Hall. Yeah, Shire Hall could do with a good clean and good paint. Again. Or again. I don't think it's been done since either Cyclone Larry or Yassi, one of the two. Yeah, so there you go. Down to where Dr. Bursley, Dr. Squashy, the two Dr. Squashies, the library, Innisfail Library, where the old library was down there. Yeah. So I think they're going to make this open if they do what they plan, all the way down and come out down the Esplanade. That's what I read on their master plan, on their Facebook page, Cassowary Coast Regional Council. So there's your Larson's, Pappy's Gym, the old Bluebird Cafe, National Bank, all that down that side. Shire Hall again, Queen's Hotel. Trying to show as much detail as possible so you can even get a chance to pause if you want to have a really good look. This is George and Matilda Eye Care, it's called now, for Innisfail Optical. Okay. 50% off frames and sunglasses. Dental surgery. I wonder if that's still on, mate, sing. Yep. I don't know how to say the name, so I'll just not going to butcher them. Jennifer Hamilton, that's pretty easy. Yeah, there you go, free children's dental, eligible patients, Medicare. And you got Vandelore and Todd, solicitors, where Kayla was for a while there. I think when he was doing his training. So Boyett, Stubborn and Todd solicitors, that's incorporating that. And Vandelore solicitors and Notary Public, established 1926. Boyett and Stubborn was established in 1917. Far out. Wow. What if that was established here then? So they've been around in this town for that long. Interesting. There's old signage here, which I like to show. It's getting worse and worse. The old fender kind of posh stuff. bit hard to read. There's QATE. Fix My Stuff was here for a while in this spot. And Sports Look. Sports Look's been here forever. I don't remember it not being here in my day. And Karana Hair and Beauty, I remember that being there forever. There used to be a gym downstairs here until they changed all this. Graphically Speaking was here, there was a few others. So, different things. Like there was shop, and then like a bit of a walkway thing opening where you could go downstairs and that to the gym. Yeah, the Tropical Island Treasures was the last thing in there. Show the signage. Go inside there a little bit. Oh, big building.
4 kilometers completed. Duration 55 minutes, 52 seconds.
You got your Perry's Cakes, Dancing Divas.
4,866 steps. Heart rate 115 beats per minute.
It's across there. The other side of Rankin Street. Where we were before. Oh, I can't show that National Australia Bank again because there's someone at the ATM every time. Everfit, which is Les Taylor's personal trainer, his gym. Down there used to be, there's a few different places in there over the years, like a drop-in centre and all that, run by Rob Harney. It's Worklink. All that. The old Advocate office was in here as well for a long time. Subway store was there for a while too. But over here, you can't really read it now. The signs should have been preserved and taken to the museum, but no, they don't think of that sort of stuff in this town. Like the Kirby's Corner stuff should have been before that was taken down. West Innisfail News and that. But there's where the Advocate was at the end of the newspaper. Surrey Coast Realty. In there was a dress shop for a long time, dressmaking shop. This was the ANZ Bank when I first saw it. It's Bank in New South Wales, I think, way back. One on the corner, goes around the corner. There's the Telecom Innisfail Exchange, Telstra. Yeah, where the payphones were. There used to be a few of them there. Worklink. Post office. That's what we're going on. It's got a detour down here, so we'll see what's going on down here. Further down. Yeah, this has just been freshly painted and done up a little bit. The exchange. The old ANZ. Nolan's Corner, like I was saying. Yeah, they should put the signage back up. Nolan's Corner. Yeah, pedestrians, they must be doing something here. I think they're just cleaning the pathers. I think they need to be removed and replaced. That's what they've got over in the other side of Rankin Street. More slip resistant than what's here. One-way street. Used to face the other way, the one way. They changed it to direct everyone down to Old Maid's Innisfail Seafood Business. There's the School of Arts. There's the Memorial School of Arts, museum and all that down there. Albert's, the courthouse. This sort of place really amazes me how they built this stuff back in the day without cranes and forklifts and all that sort of stuff. How they got it all, big bricks and blocks and concrete and all that done. Yeah, it's pretty amazing. So they've got new plants here, along here. Hopefully nice flowers will grow. People don't trash them before they get established in that. The Innisfail Annual Show. And Innisfail Junior Age Tennis Championship signage. We're on Rankin Street again. Going over Rankin Street. There's a Woolworths and that down there. The old ANZ Bank, like I said. And so on. So we're going to finish the video just up here. I might go down where we didn't show before. So that's police. moment. This is where I said Brandor Business Services used to be. And On Tires was next door. But this was the Empire Cafe way back. I've seen photos of it being the Empire Cafe. You can sort of see word processing, public fax service, school, something written up there from the old days. And 40612 was their phone number. There you go. Needs looking after. They started doing work in there at one stage and then it stopped. Anyway, thanks for watching. This is Bestestimes, keeping memories alive for us future generations to see. I'm your host Brad. Thanks as always for your support, for watching, pressing like, commenting, subscribing, watching the ads. I don't make any money out of it, but it shows YouTube's algorithm that where people are watching, and it'll recommend it to people. Recommend the channel, videos, all that, which really helps in the long run. I'll just walk up to where the Malak Centre and then we'll call it quits. Keep an eye out on Bestestimes Reborn YouTube channel for new videos published regularly. Any times they're not is when I'm sick. So there'll be a pump track video coming up in the next couple of days. I'll go down and record it today if the weather holds off. Stays good. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.